Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more. The Man That Can Project podcast, a podcast empowering career-driven men to live more fulfilling lives. We are here to challenge your beliefs, redefine success, and talk about the important stuff in a relatable way. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. My name's Lachlan Stuart. Let's get into it. Welcome back. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I am your host and an online mindset and fitness coach. I've been thinking about how I'd call myself in the coaching field, and that just feels right for the moment. Plus, saying that helps with SEO, which helps more of you gentlemen find us, which is genius. So today's conversation, for those who are following along on Instagram, you'll have seen that I went bloody hard this week. My wife's away this week, and I was thinking to myself at the start of the week, this is going to be fantastic. I'm going to have my days at work. I'm going to get home, train, play some guitar, hang out. Life will be good. I'll watch some Netflix or binge. I'm actually watching a show on binge at the moment called The Last of Us, a one about bloody zombies and this crazy virus. Anyway, really cool. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. And anyway, somehow, usually in my calendar, I have thing that says Lockie time, right? Where I block out my afternoons for me. Because one thing I've learned over the years of coaching and running a business is that if I do more than five face-to-face or client-facing appointments throughout the day, that's probably my max, considering then you have to take notes and do a few things afterward. And then I generally like to do a few things within our academy or my own learning, etc. So the brain power is going out, right? You guys know what that feels like. And this week, because I honestly, I got to take responsibility because my calendar didn't have it in there. I've made sure it's definitely in there next week. The Lockie time's back, but it wasn't in there. And so whenever I was talking to people on Instagram or Facebook or text or a range of different platforms, and they wanted to book a meeting or a coffee or a coaching session, I was like, yeah, I'm free. I just checked my diary, I'm free. And because it wasn't in the diary, subconsciously, I was like, yeah, I'm free. And what ended up happening, let me open up my phone here. This is mental. And for some of you, this is a normal day. But try doing multiple meetings, which you have to prepare for. You have to be on point for throughout the day. So on Monday, I started at 5:30 a.m. Now, keep in mind that I get up at about 10 past 4 so that I can read and do what I need to do for me in the morning. And I went 5:30, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30. Then I went at 9:30 till 10. Then I went 10, 11. Then I had a 30-minute breather. Then I went 12:30, 1 till 2. Then we had the plumber come around, but I had a few calls. Then I had a couple-hour break. So I had a 2-hour break, which I actually trained. Then we had our weekly Strong Men of Value Academy call, and then I ran after that. So I finished up at 7:30. That was a huge day. And, those days you can handle. But then Tuesday, what do you think happened? Same bloody thing. Wednesday, same bloody thing. Today, same bloody thing. Today I was on literally until 90 minutes ago, and I had a 1-hour break today from all of that, and that was just too much. So I think I would have done, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, far out. So yeah, over over 50 meetings and client-facing sessions and training sessions with clients in 4 days. That's nuts. And I've done that before and I vowed never to do it again. But as I said, it feels good to be wanted, it feels good to be needed, and it feels good to help people. So I do find if I don't put things in my diary early enough, which, this week I didn't, talking about not using your calendar well, I will, just allow what pops up in front of me to take place without really giving much consideration to me. And I'm sure a lot of you can probably relate to that. You may feel run down, you may feel worn out, you may feel overwhelmed. And I would ask you to look at your calendar. Have you taken control of it, or have you allowed it to take control of you? Because this week, and once again, it's a good reminder for me, obviously kicking back off the year, and it's something that I seem to go through every year and I seem to teach myself every year is, dude, every Friday afternoon or every Sunday afternoon, when you schedule your week, put that stuff in and just say no to stuff after lunchtime. After lunchtime is Lockie time, where I work on the business, train, hang out, chill out, and I just know that I'm happier and more productive. But this has led me to today's topic, and I have released a blog. If you've noticed on the Man That Can, our website, we've released a number of blogs with some practical tips and tools and I guess perspectives around topics. So check that out. But this one, and the topic is because that's how I'm feeling right now, is the power of a resilient mindset. So the key to achieving long-term success. A resilient mindset. A lot of people, and I actually just tweeted this, so let me get this up so I don't screw up my own tweet. People often think I'm an idiot for pushing myself to the limit. When I hit the limit, I agree for a moment. Hence, a couple of hours ago, I felt like that. But when I realize I can push further, that excites me to see how far I can push. I'd rather know what I'm capable of than live in fear of overdoing it. And I believe having a resilient mindset to be able to get up and go and push yourself further than you thought possible is the key to doing that, right? Is the key to achieving long-term success. Because here's what has to happen. And I really want to share with you, I guess, my thoughts on resilient and some tips and strategies on how you can actually build resilience, because it is a skill. It's not, some people are born with more tenacity and more grit and resilience than others, but it's generally that whole nature-nurture principle. I think it's something that can be taught for you. So we'll dive into this. We'll keep it short and sharp, but let's dive into it. So obviously in today's world, I believe it's essential to have resilience to achieve success. It's, resilience is that ability to bounce back from challenges and hardships or overcommitting like I did, and it helps build a positive mindset that can lead to your success, right? And simply put, if you're not where you want to be, resilience is going to be a key thing that you need to develop in order to grow, right? Because in order to get different results, you have to do things that you never have done before. Those things may feel uncomfortable. Those things may lead you to experience failure, a certain degree of, I guess, isolation, maybe some physical challenges, depending on how you're building your resilience. And throughout that journey, that's going to strengthen who you are as an individual should you choose to allow it to build your character. So the first tip and strategy that I want to share for building resilience, and I talk about this a lot, and it's one of the reasons why our 12-week game plan is so powerful in our academy for our online mindset or life and fitness coaching clients. The setting the goals helps you to provide structure in your life. It gives you something concrete to work towards. Think about your life right now. How do you feel? Do you feel a certain degree of certainty, like you're moving towards something, or do you feel like you're anxious and overwhelmed? And I could say and assume, and once again, I have spoken about not assuming, but let's just assume those who are feeling overwhelmed as opposed to those who are feeling certain, the people who are feeling certain, I guarantee would have a goal, would have a plan and something that they're working towards, right? When you know what you're working towards, it's hard not to be confident. It's hard not to feel good, like you have purpose, because you do. You've created that for yourself. You know what you need to get up and do each day in order to work or move closer to that outcome. So when setting goals, make sure that they're attainable so you don't get discouraged, unless you're an absolute goal crusher and you've been smashing them for years and you just understand the process, which I would consider I do. I was talking to a client this morning who was a little bit disheartened. No, this was yesterday. So we went for a run together actually, and they were focused on running slow splits, right? Slow kilometer splits. And I was like, look, our intention for this run was not about our pacing. Our intention for this run was time on legs, meaning we're running 40 minutes regardless. I don't care about the speed. The goal for you is to get the 40 minutes done. Gentlemen, just a quick interruption. I won't be long. I want to talk to you about our Strong Men of Values starter plan. It is new, and it is for those of you who are ready to find out more about what our academy is like. It's that first step to becoming the best version of yourself. In the starter plan, you get our comprehensive fitness programming, including access to MyFitnessPal, and you're able to synchronize your smartwatch so that you'll have all the tools you need to succeed. On top of that, you will receive a monthly group coaching call recording and a worksheet so you can learn and implement those things around mindset and health. Plus, you can download our 12-week game plan to help you stay on track. Men in our academy are seeing improved strength, improved confidence, better communication, they're improving their relationships, and they have a newfound awareness of how their actions can impact their quality of life. So if you're ready to get started, you can join today from $12.50 a week and start taking that first step to becoming the best version of yourself. Let's get back into the episode. And he felt a bit discouraged because he felt like he should be running faster, right? There's this understanding that, I guess, in order to achieve success or happiness, you have this realistic expectation and then your reality, or unrealistic expectation and then reality. And you need to accept reality and then set some realistic expectations around that to feel better and to feel more success and happiness. And so when we look at setting these goals, and I guess even that pacing side of things, and saying to my client, look, the real goal here is, let's sit down and think about this. You were only saying to me earlier in the week how proud you were of how consistent you've now been with your program. The most consistent you've ever been. And we've been working together for maybe 3 months. And he was, saying that he was so proud of his consistency. And I asked him, hey, have you ever actually been this consistent on a running program before? And the response was no. So I want you to think about this. If you haven't been consistent with a program before, do you feel like you could have experienced the highs and lows that it takes in order to achieve an outcome? No, you can't. Learning and genuinely understanding that success is not linear. Right? There is speed bumps everywhere. And some are bigger than the other. Some rattle you more than others. But the longer you're working towards a goal, you go, hey, this is part of the journey, right? I don't want to be, allow my head to blow up when I'm absolutely crushing it. And when I'm, a bit shaken from a speed bump, I don't want that to sort of alter my course of where I'm going. I need to understand that they're part of the process. And that's one of the beautiful things that you get from setting goals and being consistently working towards it. You understand. So for those of you who have and really understand that's a process, you can set goals that maybe are a little bit or seem a little bit unattainable. You really got to work to achieve it. So be mindful of that. And let's, once again, I'm always talking about goals. I love setting goals. I love building plans, and I love working towards it and crushing them. The second one, learn from failure. Mistakes happen, as I mentioned. This journey to success is not linear. No one gets everything right all the time. Anyone who says they do is either not trying hard enough or is, you guessed it, full of shit. Instead of dwelling on the mistakes, and I want to be honest with you guys here, I do dwell on mistakes, and I do have moments where I beat myself up, and sometimes this can go for a while. Like today, as an example, I was very stressed and overwhelmed today because I'd fit so much in. I just didn't have anything mentally or emotionally to give. And when I was training with my mates, the last thing I wanted to do was be talking to them. I just wanted to get my session done and get the hell out of there, because I was in my own head around the fact that I'd allow myself to, I guess, get so busy throughout the day when I know how important it is for me to be, I had this podcast to do today. I had, a whole range of other things to do because I'm heading off tomorrow. And all of that was in my head. I was really in my head, and it was challenging. And I was dwelling on the mistake of over committing to things. But I also am very aware that doesn't do much for me. So when I finished at the gym, I came home and played guitar for an hour. I just switched off. I allowed everything to just go away, and then and here I am. I'm talking about a perceived failure that I had, or a mistake, and I have done this one quite regularly. But I know that I need to make sure that I'm on top of my calendar and I don't overcommit to things, because as much as work's important to me and I love what I do, I need to have energy for those in my academy. I need to have energy for myself. I need to have energy for my other relationships. So making sure that you take those lessons will help you foster growth while giving you that confidence boost that you need when facing future challenges, right? When you overcome a challenge, it's hard not to feel proud of yourself. I want you to think about, what's the last challenge that you overcame? And how does that make you feel about yourself because you achieved that? I'm sure it makes you feel pretty good. Number 3, seek support. Reaching out for support is important when dealing with hardships, because having someone who understands what you're going through can provide comfort during difficult times. And I speak about this regularly, but I have a monthly appointment booked with my psychologist. Sometimes, like potentially today, would have been awesome to be able to walk into her office, but I couldn't. And maybe when I knew last week when I went, I didn't really want to go. I was thinking about why I should cancel, because I was like, life feels pretty good, but I still got benefit. So whether it is, you're seeing a counselor, a therapist, a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, or you've just got a supportive partner or network around you, be okay utilizing that time. Sometimes you just want to call up a mate and just have a vent. And it's not a suck thing to do. Just it feels really good. I feel like I'm using today's podcast episode to have a vent. And I feel so much better than 10 minutes ago when I first started this episode. So thank you guys for listening, and I hope you're getting some value from it. But don't be afraid to seek out family or friends. You don't have to do it alone, right? In building this resilient mindset, because if you can blow off a bit of steam, you're going to be better when your feet hit the ground running the next day. Number 4, and this one is a huge one for me, and as I mentioned, I did it today. I do it every day. Exercise. Get that pump on. If you're following my Instagram, you'll see every Monday I'm posting my progress photo at the moment. Within our academy, I'm following our programming, which is really fun, and a lot of the blokes are getting behind it. And every Monday, a message goes out to all of our members where it reminds them to take a progress photo and do their weight. Why do we do that? Because whether you're looking, depending on what your health and fitness goal is, it's good to stay on top of where your weight's at, because once again, the reason why people end up obese and they're, shit, I don't know how I got here. It's like, well, generally after every silly season, people put on 1 to 2 kilos. And generally, those people don't lose the 1 to 2 kilos throughout the year, which is why in a decade they're 20 kilos overweight. So by having that in the forefront of their mind, it then gives people the option to go, hey, am I happy with my weight or am I not? And this is not just about fat shaming or weight. This is just for you to feel comfortable in who you are as an individual, for you to have the energy that you want. What you track, you can improve. It's same with finances. Track it. Like, even if you're not wanting to save a heap, if you're just aware of where your money's at, it helps you make better decisions. Same with the progress photos. You feel so much better when you love what you see in the mirror. So by reminding our members every Monday to do that, and for me to do that, I'm like, yeah, I'm on track. The hard work that I'm putting in, even though I didn't feel like going to the gym today, and now I want to go because I'm seeing progress and I'm feeling good. The reason why, you see yourself naked every day. All right, most of us do. And because of that, you don't notice the subtle changes. But if I'll post mine on Monday, so stay tuned for 3 days' time, my first month. And there is going to be a significant change, I believe. Even though looking at it now, I'm like, oh, don't really. But I know, based off what I saw on week 3 versus week 1, I'm dropping body fat and building muscle. And I'm really proud of that. And I've been following the program to a T, plus I've been doing 2 extra runs a week because I'm training for a Spartan race at the moment. But it's been awesome, right? So exercise has been proven time and time again as a great tool for building resilience because it helps you regulate your stress hormones such as cortisol, which can help reduce anxiety levels while improving both of your mental and your physical health overall. So they're 2 components in developing resilience, right? Studies have also shown that regular exercise boosts your self-esteem, right? That opinion you have of yourself. So just to recap, we've got set goals, we've got learn from failure, we've got seek support, we've got exercise. And all of those really lead into the academy. Doing this whole sales pitch really makes me feel uncomfortable, but the amount of you guys, I guess, who are listening even, that I speak to every day that are asking me questions, asking advice, sharing the content, listening to this, you want more from your life. And you ask for all of these recommendations, and I truly believe that what we've created in the academy will help you get what you want. And I know for a lot of you, it's not the tools, it's not the game plan, it's not the community, it's none of that. It's the fact that you want to have a better marriage, you want to be a better partner, you want to earn more money. And in order to do that, you have to grow who you are as an individual, meaning you have to physically be in the best shape of your life, mentally be in the best shape of your life, and thirdly, the other one that we practice is build self-awareness so that you can be grateful for what you have. Because if you aren't grateful right now, you're not going to be more grateful when you have more things. You're just going to have more things to stress about. So, as you know, I've spoken about, I'd love to have you in the academy, even if you just dip your toes in with the starter plan. There is so much value in there that's going to help you become a better version of yourself and do something today to be better for tomorrow. My name's Lachlan Stuart, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate you supporting the podcast. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.